Gonna build a mountain from a little hill. Gonna build a mountain, I hope I will. Gonna build a mountain, gonna build it high. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, I only know I'm gonna try.
Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video of on my channel. So today we're gonna be doing the reticulated giraffe, and they are an endangered species with a population in the wild of 8,500 estimated. Let's go through the general information first and the general knowledge about general information about the animal. Then let's build it, and at the end of the video there's a montage. If you've seen my videos, you know how it works. So let's get right into it. Also known as the Somali giraffe, the reticulated giraffe or Giraffa camelorpardalis reticulata is a subspecies that lives in the savannas and open forests of Kenya, Somalia and Ethiopia. The reticulated giraffe is distinguishable from other subspecies thanks to its large polygonal spots tanned to red in color that are divided by white interconnecting lines on the animal's fur. While both sexes are extremely tall, the males are significantly taller than females and have well-developed bony horns on their head. The horns of the female are smaller and thinner. Giraffes are famous for their long neck, which is used for accessing leaves that are out of reach to other animals. Reticulated giraffes are threatened by deforestation and the increase in agricultural land conversion, both of which are destroying their habitats. Furthermore, giraffes often live in areas of civil unrest and are likely to be killed as an indirect of the human conflict occurring in those locations. Many conservation groups, such as the Reticulated Giraffe Conservation with Pastoralates Initiative, have been established and are dedicated to protecting giraffes. Groups like this install cameras on giraffe trails to track the animals, locate snares and prevent poaching, while this activity also benefits other species that may live in the area. The group also educates locals on giraffes and the local wildlife. Extra information: species disputes and evolution. The phylogeny of giraffes is a debated subject. Current research is in conflict about whether varieties of giraffes are separated species, subspecies, or a combination of the two. Most of the different varieties of giraffe have been separated for extremely long periods of time, so there has been no mixing of DNA between them. This means that the speciation is happening or may have already happened. Some research indicates that all giraffes are one species with multiple subspecies, while some indicate that there are 4 species. More still claim that there are 8 species and subspecies within those. Alright, now let's go to the natural habitat. So they live in Africa and in the regions Somalia, Ethiopia and Kenya. In the biomes tropical or grassland, and here we have the minimum habitat requirement for one giraffe and the climbing requirement, water and stuff. But we're gonna look at species data, and you see 2 to 12. And if you know me, I'm always gonna take the middle number, so that means 6 adults. So this means that we're not gonna need to put a 2,966 square meters land requirement, which is believable for this animal. It's a big animal, so yeah, we need a grade 3 higher than 2 meters fence. They need a temperature requirement from minimum 8 degrees to 40 degrees maximum. They do not need climbing requirement, they do not need water requirement, and they do not need deep water requirement. Alright, species data, social needs. Giraffes live in loosely bonded groups. Females live in herds that forage and travel together, but may leave and join several groups in their lifetime. Males live in bachelor herds or are solitary and follow the female herds with the hope of mating. The older the male is, the longer he spends tracking females. Reproduction. Males track female herds waiting for signs of receptivity. If a female is in oestrus, males will attempt to mate with her and defend her against rival males, often resulting in aggressive fights. If the female allows it, the male will mate her. After a pregnancy of 15 months, she will give birth to one calf. Male calves stay with their mother until they are around 3 years old, at which point they will leave to join a bachelor herd. Female calves stay with their mother's group longer but are likely to leave at some point to find an unrelated female group. Group size. 2 to 12, so up to 4 males and up to 8 females. So if we're smart, we're gonna pick 2 males and 4 females. Male bachelor group size excluding juveniles is 2 to 12, female 2 to 12. Dominance none, mating system polygynous, relationship with humans confident, can a guest enter habitat? No. Life size, life size, averages, the size. For a male that would be 5.40 meters tall, and for a female it is 4.60 meters tall. A life expectancy of a giraffe is for a male and a female both 25 years old. The weight is a difference. The males weigh around 1,190 kilograms and the females weigh 830 kilograms. The life cycle, if you want to read that, go ahead. I never really read the life cycle. The fun facts. The giraffe is the tallest animal in the world. Yeah, the tallest, but not the longest. If you wanted the longest, then it's, yeah, you already know. Fun fact 2. The tongue of a giraffe is 45 centimeters long and prehensile. Fun fact 3. Male giraffes fight viciously by swinging their necks and horned heads into each other to win the right to mate with females. Fun fact 4. The skin of a giraffe secretes chemicals that repels parasites and gives giraffes a distinctive smell. Fun fact 5. The ancient Greeks and Romans believed that giraffes were a cross between camels and leopards. Thus the Latin name for giraffe is Camelopardalis. An interspecies requirement. They can live with a lot of animals actually. They can live with an African buffalo, with a black wildebeest, a common ostrich, common warthog, plain zebra, sable antelope, southern white rhinoceros, a springbok, and a Thompson's gazelle. Alright, so without further ado, let's order ourselves 6 giraffes and get the party started, I guess. Alright, so here we go. That's 4. And let's just go to animal trading again, because now we need 2 more females. And if I am correct, then we should have 6. And that is indeed correct, with 2 males and 4 females. So, now, without further ado, let's get the barrier going and set up everything for the giraffe. So we need a grade 3 fence that's higher than 2 meters, I think. No, what was it? 3 meters, 2 meters? I cannot remember exactly. So, let's just have a look what it was needed. They needed a grade 3 higher than 2 meters. Okay. Grade 3 higher than 2 meters. Then let's just do glass, I think. But what I actually really want to do is collect these all and get them like 3 meters, because these animals are really high. Because like they will come over the glass. Like pretty much. Alright, there we go. So that should be it. Okay. Oh. I'm still a little bit sick, guys. You're probably gonna hear that, so excuse me for that. So let's just make like a little bit of this. Okay, and if I now would select all of this, because I'm actually gonna do something else. I'm gonna turn it into, let's say wood, and let's just make the things into glass. So like this. This looks very good, doesn't it? So this is a high. This is a big. Let's say this is big enough, right? So now let's get a door in it. And no, I'm not gonna open the zoo for people, as you may know. I never do that. It's just for us. So let's just go into zoo here, animals, and let's transfer them into our like habitat, and let's see if it's enough. Because right now, how much did we have again? Yeah, it's definitely enough, but I want to look if it looks good with 6 giraffes, because you never know. I've actually never made a giraffe habitat, and that looks good. Like they get over the fence. This is a male. They get over the fence, but not too much, which is good. Oh, and it's just starting to rain. That's not that good, but okay. Alright, so they're all in the habitat. Alright, that looks good enough, doesn't it? Maybe we could cut this off a little bit, but I don't think it's needed. They can have enough space. Okay. So, the sad thing is, it's raining now, but let's see what you guys need. Okay, so the welfare, obviously, so terrain. They need a hard shelter. Okay, they need a hard shelter. That's indeed. Indeed, and definitely with the rain, I'd say as well that they need a, yeah. Let's not get them in the rain too long, guys. I could pause it, but I don't feel like doing that. That's a little bit cheating. I always want to keep it as real as possible. Alright, so let's have a look here. So we're gonna go... No, we're gonna go shelters. We need an African. We do not need an Australian, we need an African one. So we're gonna need to go with this. This is pretty big. Yes, it is actually really big. Okay. So if we want to place that, I feel like we need to expand the barrier. So like, this would need to go. Yeah, I know that there's an I know that there is something that's invalid now, but okay. So what I would do, what I would suggest is that we make it go all this way. Now we connect it to this one. And then this can all go away. Like that. And then we have more space to put the area normally. So we put it like this on here. I would recommend that. Now, let's just select all of these. And make them into, no, that was not what I wanted. Glass. There we go. Now, let's try and get the habitat in here. Let's see that this is good enough. So what if we place it like this? Is this... let's move it a little bit backwards. And then I'm gonna fill up this gap with a little bit of plants so that it looks really good. Okay. There we go. This should be a great hard shelter, because obviously they need a big one, because it's big animals. Now we need the terrain, but obviously we're gonna put some sleeping beds in there. And yeah, we need an extra large one or a large one, because let's be honest, these animals are really big. I want to get myself out of the rain as well, to be honest, because this is shitty weather. So, why am I in the roof? Hello? So, if I was a giraffe, I would be in this area too. I'm gonna be honest. This weather is not alright. So maybe a medium one for like a small giraffe if they would come. Yeah, let me do that as well, because I always put the females on birth control, because right now it's placed good as it is. All right, so let's maybe place a bedding as well, a large one here, so that it looks like good. They can always sleep there then. All right, let's move over the terrain. Terrain, what do you guys need of terrain? You have less long grass and you guys need more soil. We can make that happen. We definitely can. There we go. Okay, we have some cloudy weather coming up, and the weather is gonna clear up a bit. There's gonna be no rain, which is very good, because to be honest, I don't really like rain. Like, if I'm really honest, the rain for like if I'm excuse me, my voice is still not the best, but if like the montage is going on, then I wouldn't mind it. Like the montage is good. In real life, it's sometimes raining as well. But we are here in Africa now, and I would actually really like to get some good weather while I'm making this build, obviously. Alright, so this is all sand because there are gonna be a lot here, so like maybe let's get some spots in here. And apparently there's a sick animal. That's not so great, but it's good that they have found it. Look at them run. That's just lovely to see. Okay. Go and get that boy or girl a good treatment. Because you hate to see these animals get sick, even in game. They're just doing their best right now. They love the place already, but let's just put it a little bit more realism in here, because like, let's be honest, it needs to be realistic as possible. Alright, and I have a great thing. Okay, so here is long grass. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. Let's now pull it up. So what I want to do is, here's gonna come a mountain. I'm gonna need to put a big mountain over here. Let's get the size up. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, so you might be wondering what I'm doing. I'm building like a little mountain, but it's a little bit too big. It's not really what I wanted, so let's see what I can do. Okay, maybe like this. Like, I wanted to make it a little bit slope, like a giant slope would have been nice, like this. But then the ground needs to be a little bit higher over here. Because what we want is that it's flat over here. So a little bit like that, I would say. And then what I'm thinking of, look, is like that it's gonna be bending up a little bit, and then it makes it look like it's a really natural environment. Okay, that's what we want. Now, Let's paint it a little bit because this doesn't need to be fully in grass. So a little bit like that. And let's just look at the animals. They're all here, right? Yeah, they're all in habitat. Okay, that's good because one got taken away for being on the mountain that I was working on. Not too smart, but hey. Alright, so here I want to make it a little bit of rocky, and then I want some sand over here. And we're gonna put this full with bushes and etc. You know, it's gonna be a very, very nice, relaxing thing. So, now that we have our little mountain over here, the thing that I would have been doing is cutting out a whole section over here. Like, I don't know where I'm gonna do it yet, but there is gonna be, or maybe, let's see what I can do. Maybe from here all the way. No. I'm thinking. I already know what I'm gonna be doing. Alright, so from here all the way over here is going to be a little bit. Yeah. I know it. I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, look. Giraffe, you need to move. You need to move right now. Excuse me, but you need to move. I'm sorry, but you need to move. Alright, so it will get clearer, guys, what I'm doing. Just give me a little bit of time, and then you'll see what I mean. Okay, this is looking good. Okay, and then I can still run all the way back here to the mountain and eventually even away from it. So let's just put this all down so that there's flatness over here and that they can just easily walk past this area. Yeah, indeed. So this is looking great. This is looking very great. We're still working on it, but I have a great idea for this build. It's gonna be so nice. Alright, so now you have this over here, right? Well, I'm still also going to be putting the ground a little bit down over here. I was thinking over here, just where the mountain starts to go down a little, you know? That's gonna be looking so good. So we don't want to cut too much into the mountain, but just a little. Okay, so a little bit like this. And then alright, is that good? Yeah, that looks fairly good. Okay, and then what I'm gonna be doing over here is we're gonna put some water all the way in here. See that? And then what I maybe can do is like build a little pot across. Nice, so maybe we can build a little ground cover where they can walk over. Yeah, but it needs to be so flat as possible, you know? What I'm trying to do here? What I'm trying to do is get this ground so flat as possible without making it too... No, I want to pull it a little bit. Just like that. Perfect. That's perfect. So now, it should be the walk over this. Okay, and now we can put water in here. There we go. Look at how nice this is. Okay, that's the ground area done. And if I'm correct, they should be able to walk over here. There should be a map for that, but wait. Oh yeah, they can. That's basically the confirmation that I needed. So they're all chilling over here right now, and then there's two on the mountain already. That's so great to see. They can walk past that. Okay, this is looking very good. Better than I expected. Okay, we need a little bit more sand. Yeah. We can make that happen. There we go. Alright, so. Oh, less sand. Oops. Why don't they like sand? This is looking so good. Okay, yeah, I put a little bit too much sand, maybe. Yeah. That's kind of true. Alright, there we go. Now, on to the tricky part, maybe. Sometimes it depends on animals. They don't want too much coverage because it's Africa. But let's just try and... There's already a tree in here? Where? This one you mean? That's hanging over? No, not anymore. Alright, so plants. Continent is gonna be Africa. And property. No, I don't want property, I want biome. Grassland. And... what was the other again? And tropical. It was tropical, of course. Okay, so let's have a look what we have. We have obviously these trees. But first I want to look at rocks. Because what I want to do is build some rocks that are basically gonna be aligning some of this. Because you don't want any of this to be okay, so I'm gonna make it a little bit like this. And then we're gonna build some plants around there. Just to make it a little bit more realistic, you know. Now you see what I'm trying to do here a little bit? But now the issue is it's sticking out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build like a little layer that's coming out like that. Nothing more. And then now we have like a little bit of a rocky area and stuff. So yeah, I do not think we need more rocks. This is good enough. Just at the water area a little bit maybe. Now for the nature, the plants. I want like a little. Maybe this could work out on. All right, let's just place it randomly and then adjust it, and then see what's gonna happen. Maybe. I think that's a good idea. Oh, that's actually. Whoa! I've never seen this one. A fever tree. That's so nice. It can go big as well. Jeez. I love that one actually. I really did. I really did. And these plants, oh, they're gonna make this so good. Let's see what else we can put in. Some nettles, maybe. I hate to come across these in real life, but in a Planet Zoo, they're actually really nice to add in your zoo. I would definitely recommend the nettles. They give a natural kind of look. Look at them, like this is really what you need in your zoo. And the zookeeper just walked through it. He doesn't even care. It was alright. I gotta do my job. Well, if I can get the weeping willow. I don't know if it's gonna look good though, because this is a very specific tree, and I like to put on over the habitat, you know? So, like, that it kind of overhangs the rest a little bit, but it needs to fit, so like... Let's see how that works out. I actually don't know if it's working out. It's kind of through it, but yeah, it looks good. It looks good. So meanwhile, we have them getting into the environment, getting to know the place, getting to see the plants, which is very nice. They're generally enjoying it, I think. Alright, so it has started raining a bit, but that's not an issue, and even thunder right here. I just had a call, guys, so that's gonna be edited out of the video, I hope. Unless I forget it, then you're gonna hear the call, and that's not gonna be pleasant for me, because that's my private life, but hey. Let's just continue to make this a nice build, but the thing is, I don't know where I can place trees a little bit more. The thing what I want to do is I want to get like a little bit more bushy area around here. Alright, it's gonna clear up again. Okay, so maybe a little bit like this, I don't know. It's like this is always the hardest part of maybe not the hardest, but definitely it's not easy. Because trust me, it's really annoying to always get it right and see where I can put this or where I can put that. Let's see, that looks pretty good actually. So I want to go into details with I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. So I really want to go into detail with getting some of this between all of that. Alright, so here's like an area with long grass. I was intending on that, but maybe like we can put a small tree still somewhere. What's the low welfare? Yeah, I know. It's gonna be going better. Gotta wait a little bit. I'm still setting up everything. So maybe we can put something around their area over here, because like, you know, it's pretty empty here. So like I would just put the back of the back of it full with just, let's just do this. That makes it look way more realistic. And then what I would do here at this kind of place, they also need to be able to enter the water, but just a little bit around the rocks, maybe not too much, just, you know, that it's really a kind of vibe. It's not too much, and it's just a fairly nice place to be or to hang around. And let's see what that does do. I think this is going pretty well actually. It's definitely not looking bad, is it, guys? Look at it. It's fairly nice, in my opinion. Well, it can attract protesters. This build, because it's not done yet, first of all. And secondly, how will they know that it's going bad? The zoo wasn't, it hasn't opened yet, so like, how? But okay. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for the grassy part. I can put some coverage more in there, but I don't think there's a need, because else it's gonna be a little bit of a jungle, which we don't want. So I think this is good enough, definitely. So now let's go over the enrichment kind of thing. So let's go into habitat and then place some food enrichments for the reticulated giraffe. Where do I want to put this high grazer feeder? Maybe just right in the middle of this, like that. And then toys, they have a rubbing. What can they do with a rubbing pillar? Because like I know they can rub themselves around it, but it's such a small one. Like what's that gonna do? Alright, maybe a sprinkler. That's indeed a good idea. But where? Because you don't want to put the sprinkler around their bed. Because if it's a rainy night or everything and they want to sleep, I would not recommend putting a sprinkler there. I always want to put it next to a water source that they can kind of cool off already. So maybe we can just place it around here. Let's see what that does. See, it kind of sprinkles the water a little bit, not too much. And I think that's gonna make it a little bit of a better kind of look, maybe, I don't know. It could be. Let's then go for some water effects. Waterfall, no, I'm not gonna do. A water kind of like this. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I need to see that indeed. Underwater bubbles, maybe. Ah, no, I don't want to do that. What if I put it like all the way down? Okay, I'm gonna need to go in the water. I don't know about it. Yeah, we could do water. We actually could do a water jet. Oh, I'm in the water. No. Okay. Let's see if I put it like this. They're doing grazer. What we might be able to do is put a small one over here. And that it kind of just goes into the water. Let's see how that looks. Does this look good? Or is it just annoying? It's kind of annoying, in my opinion. Let's look for something else. There's gotta be something that really fits. Alright, maybe this? Yeah, that's giving it a good vibe. Not too bad. Hey, he's enjoying the sprinkler, aren't you? Alright. I think this is about it right now. So on enrichments, you guys are fine. They do not need climbing requirement. enrichments, of course. Alright, so that's overall it, I think. So, this is how it's looking. I mean, not too bad if I'm honest. Alright guys, that's gonna conclude it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all into the next Planet Zoo video, and we'll see what animal it is then. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.